This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for February 6, 2023, man killed after allegedly attacking cop and spitting in his face. The Independent Commission of Investigations has launched a probe into the fatal shooting of a motorist who was killed on Windward Way in Kingston Sunday. The man, whose identity was unknown up to press time, was shot following allegations that he shoved an officer and spat in his face when he intervened in a dispute between him and another motorist. The fatal shooting was confirmed by Indicom Assistant Commissioner Hamish Campbell. The incident occurred within walking distance from where a church service was in session sometime after 10 a.m. The man was reportedly shot in the face. According to onlookers, the now deceased man and another motorist had a confrontation when the cop, who was on his way from church, intervened and spoke to both individuals. One motorist is said to have heeded the officer's word and walked away, while the other reportedly became aggressive. The police attacked him and him argue and pushed the officer and spit in his face. And the police shot him in his face, a woman who was seen at the scene claimed. While not condoning the motorist's alleged action, she and the others questioned the cop's action. Why the police never shoot him in him foot, although him wrong for spit upon him still, she asked. Another woman who was waiting on a taxi to go to church said, "Two wrong no make a right, and it easy if you say a soft answer turn it away rat, but it not easy for practice. Him wrong, him not supposed to spit in him face. But what is Indicom going to be saying?" But police on the scene told the news that there were several conflicting stories, including that the man in question assaulted the police and that he also tried to disarm the lawman. However, they contend that the preliminary report indicated that the cop was walking away when the man reportedly went to his car and appeared to retrieve something before returning to confront the policeman and was shot. According to the others, only one shot was fired and one spent casing was recovered. Lawyer warns of scams in Skengdon. The public has been alerted to a scam in which unscrupulous persons are said to be using the name of well-known People's National Party activist and businessman Kenneth Skengdon Black to rob persons of their money. An advertisement was placed in the Sunday Gleaner dated February 5, 2023, warning of the fraud, in which persons are asked to provide money to the Manchester businessman to help clear construction equipment at the Kingston wharves. The shipment is reportedly said to be at risk of being placed on auction if the funds are not forthcoming. Attorney Lawbert Samuels told the news that the scam has been ongoing for 2 years and that several people have already fallen prey. However, Samuels said it was brought to his client's attention after one of the victims approached the Black, Chief Executive Officer of construction company Black Brothers, for repayment. But Black, his lawyer said, has denied authorizing any such undertaking. Consequently, he said his client felt compelled to notify the public. There is a big scamming plot that is being made against Kenneth Black. What persons have done is to call persons in the PNP who they know he works closely with, telling them that he needs money to clear equipment off the wharves for fear of confiscation, Samuels said in a news interview. Mr. Black is involved in heavy equipment and sometimes to clear them cost a lot of money, but he has never been in need of anybody to lend him money. His company is viable and good and able to pay all for all of the responsibilities, including clearing equipment from the wharves. Taxi strike threat, group presses government to resolve grievances. Commuters have been warned to brace today for the start of a 3-day all-island public transportation strike spearheaded by the One Voice Transportation Group that is expected to significantly impact mobility in Kingston and St. Andrew. The transport operators said they would be withdrawing service effective 4 a.m. to send a strong message to the Holness administration to address a slew of complaints. "We want to say to the public that we cannot guarantee normality come Monday, and we are sorry for the inconvenience that you will face, but not until we take industrial action not just in the public transportation sector, but in every sector. Only when we take industrial action we are heard. The group's president and director of communication, Lorraine Finnegan, said during a meeting on Sunday with dozens of taxi operators at the National Heroes Circle in Kingston. Among the issues plaguing the group is discontent with some measures in the newly enforced Road Traffic Act and the clampdown on outstanding traffic tickets. The cabbies' grievances include hefty ticket fines, the suspension of license after paying fines, the lack of designated parking areas and the stops for taxis, and the mandated use of wreckers only for towing vehicles. The operators and the investors are tired. They are worried and are living in fear. They are operating at the mercy of the court and at the discretion of the police, and we need the government of Jamaica to intervene because we are part and a parcel that have helped to put them in power and have asked them to government on our behalf and for the best for us, but the evidence before us is that they are governing against us, Finnegan lamented. Although the strike is set to go ahead, without the support of other taxi and transportation groups such as Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services, Finnegan said the action will make a severe dent in the public transportation system. Finnegan said that he has the support of a number of independent route taxi operators. TOD's President Ejita Newman criticized the One Voice Sunday, describing the planned disruption as premature. Newman said his group would not be endorsing the strike and called for more consultation with the government. We cannot do it this way. It is time for unity in the public transportation sector. We cannot get what we want in this style. We cannot get what we want in this fashion. We have to will and come again if we want to attack the problems in the sector. We have to have a change. We have to have a paradigm shift in the transport sector. According to Newman, there is too much infighting in the sector instead of everyone uniting to fight for the betterment of the sector and to have issues adequately resolved. We can't do it by blocking roads and burning fires. We have to do it in this fashion, he stressed. Some people love the fight and some people well wanted to strike tomorrow politically. Newman, who was speaking during a TODS consultation session at a Melbourne cricket club in St. Andrew, said the association will be working to educate its members about the new law. The group's lawyer Andrew Moore Phillips said a major concern for TODS is that the reprieve granted in relation to outstanding tickets was of very little benefit to the operators and the general public. Jamaicans were given 48 days to meet the January 31 deadline for outstanding tickets to be cleared. Announced mid-December 2022, the Lifeline guaranteed the expungement of all demerit points generated after February 1, 2018. The government also pledged to amnesty all infractions committed on February 1, 2018 or earlier. But the last few weeks of the partial amnesty saw courts in major towns and cities swamped with motorists, making it impossible for staff to schedule hearing dates for thousands of alleged offenders. That has left motorists in limbo, with the deadline gone and many yet to face a judge. I believe that the government must take a relook as to whether they are going to move back that date in terms of February 1, and in fact look at the court date that persons got up to the night court of January 31, said Moore Phillips, who argued that traffic offenders who want to clear their arrears have been compromised. The child seat requirement stipulation is also a source of concern for the group, but the government has signaled that it would be reviewing that statute. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.